What's going on, everybody? Coming back once again with a real talk video as we thank God for so much, giving God all the honor, the glory, and all the praise. I want to talk about Juneteenth for a moment. Juneteenth. And let me say this off top of this video. Y'all know JT got plenty enemies. I make a lot of people mad because I'm just not the type of person to sit around and tell lies and sugarcoat the word of God, or even when I have real talk videos, I have to tell it like it is. And I thank y'all that listen and understand where I'm coming from. And to the haters, just keep on hating. Y'all doing y'all job. You know, I use y'all fuel to add to my fire that I already have. I just climb right over my haters. And Juneteenth, since this is the month of June, today is the 15th, so in 4 more days, which would be Wednesday, will be Juneteenth. And I want to say something in this video. Y'all already know how I am when it comes to holidays. And how a lot of people want to wait on a certain day to get together, try to act like they're getting along, and then as soon as a holiday is over, it's back to normal. Juneteenth. And a lot of people already celebrated today because since it's falling on a Wednesday, you know, they'll take the Saturday, which is today, this Saturday, and go ahead and celebrate a little bit early. And this is the celebration supposed to be to the ending of slavery. We supposed to be equal rights. You know, are we all that equal? No. The American holiday celebrated each year on the 19th of this month, which is June. When you go back to 1980, Texas pretty much became the first state to declare Juneteenth as what? An official state holiday. And when you think about slavery, black people, I hope y'all are listening. When you think about Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, it was made official on January the 1st around 1863. When we talk about freeing the slaves, when you look at what happened in those southern states, and then as a matter of fact, it wasn't until June the 19th, 1865, that Union soldiers arrived where? In Galveston, Texas, to do what? To deliver the news that the Civil War was over and the slaves were free. Just doing a little bit of history right here. This announcement came nearly 2.5 years later after the proclamation had been made official. And more than 2 months after General Robert E. Lee of the Confederate Army had surrendered his troops on April the 9th, 1865. Now, I want us to think about all the ones who have died. Now, I want us to think about how we act right now. See, I'm not trying to be funny in this video. I'm being real. Because it's amazing how we always want to celebrate a certain day and we still can't even get along. Still can't get along. We talk about Juneteenth. We talk about Black History Month. And the fact is, we still shooting each other. We are still robbing each other. We are still fussing with each other. Killing each other over foolish stuff. We say slavery ended, but really, the war is still going on. We are still not all that free within each other. Because if we would love each other, care about each other, take care of one another, we wouldn't see all this black on black crime. But it's not just black on black crime. We see now that Satan uses whoever he can get. It don't matter what the color is. Blacks is not the only one with killing each other. We see this stuff going on in all races. But I'm talking to us for a moment because it's Juneteenth next week. But like I said, I want you to think about the ones who have died, those who have gave their life. And then we want to talk about Juneteenth. Let's have a party. Let's play dominoes. Let's get drunk. Let's barbecue. See, Juneteenth goes way deeper than that. Way deeper than that. A lot of people have other things going on, but we see what most black people do. And at these Juneteenth celebrations, you still see blacks getting into it with each other. Really, what are we celebrating? See, I know I'm about to make some folks mad with this video because the truth hurt. We claim we are free, but we still, once again, can't get along with each other. How so many people died, our ancestors. I make a lot of black people mad because when I talk about stuff like this, and even when I talk about black history, don't look at my black history video because you'll really get pissed off. I said if Martin Luther King was alive right now, he would be pissed off at all of us. He would be looking at how we do each other. What did he die for? Today I was at a Juneteenth celebration. And as usual, these black people start getting into it with each other. Don't know why. Next thing I know, I heard a bunch of screaming and cussing and fussing and people pulling each other back. At the Juneteenth celebration. See, once again, we get hyped up because, oh man, let's throw a block party. I'm going to bring my barbecue grill. I'm going to bring the drink. And you see all these fights get started. People get drunk and can't hold their liquor, can't hold their beer. All kind of drama breaks loose. Next thing you know, somebody got shot. We can't even go through a whole week without reading or seeing on the news black on black crime. So once again, what are we really celebrating? Because soon as the celebration is over, maybe even in that same night, it's going to be right back black on black crime. We always talking about walking around and, well, I'm your brother, or I'm your sister, I love you, you my brother, you my sister. And then we quick to say something when somebody turn their back. Oh, I hate that nigga. I can't stand her, she messy. She a trick. She ain't nothing but a hoe, a slut. But you just told her she was your sister. We want to have Juneteenth and Black History Month to try to get along. I said in my old Black History video, how about not just 1 month, but how about we try to live out the rest of our lives without killing each other? Why don't we try to get along after Black History Month? Why don't we stop all the baby mama drama, the baby daddy drama? Why don't we hug our brothers and tell each other we love each other, sisters, without all this hating, jealousy, gossip? 1 month, we want to try not to fight with each other. Juneteenth, one day, the 19th, we try to get along. Y'all feel what I'm saying in this video? We got all this drama going on and the kids are right here in the middle looking at this. They are hurting in the middle. And I went to our neighborhood Juneteenth celebration today, K-Ray, if you just happen to catch this video. And it's a shame that I looked around so much, brother, and I saw so many people that wasn't there because they dead and gone. You already know who they are. It's a lot of them. I was telling Sister Mo that, look at how many people that's dead and gone. Didn't hardly see nobody that I grew up with that was still living. Or if they alive, they locked up. Or they on their way to prison. But everybody's pretty much dead and locked up. And when I thought about Juneteenth, thought about the slaves, can you imagine how happy slaves were when they found out they was free? Best believe they was running around dancing and partying, happy, full of joy. And here it is to this day. We still can't get along. This brother he got up and gave a beautiful, beautiful speech on Juneteenth. Talked about his ancestors, talked about what happened, talked about when they got free. And when he got through speaking, y'all know what I still said? We still ain't free. And some people are locked up in their mind. I talked about on her The Making of a Slave by Willie Lynch. That letter, if you ever wrote it, I dare any black person to read that letter. Oh, it might piss you off, but I guarantee if you read it, it's gonna make you pause and think about how we are and why we are still doing the same thing. See, really free ain't free, is it, right about now? His speech was so beautiful. And I said, man, we needed speeches like this every day of the week. We needed people like that man to care about the hood growing up. So many people done got shot down and killed, drugs, AIDS, you name it. And now, it's like, what good is it? But it still is good to talk about what happened. But the better question is, what are we going to do to change it? What are we going to do to change it? I dare you to read The Making of a Slave by Willie Lynch. You can Google it. Check it out. It should make you mad, but you should wake up. When I look at movies like Roots, movies like Rosewood, old movies like Mississippi Burning, it makes me think. I still think about these hate crimes, people who are still racial. They can't stand you because the color of your skin. I don't have no problem with no color. I don't even see color. I see the heart. I thought about that brother that got dragged, James Byrd, who got dragged to death down there in Jasper, Texas, when they hooked him up to that pickup truck. Dragged him till it pretty much just split his body. Dragged him until he was all tore up and he died. And we still talking about we free. All these hate crimes we see. And just recently in that same time, in Jasper, Texas, some white cops just pretty much beat this black girl up. Slammed her on the counter. I believe they knocked some teeth out of her mouth. Drags her on the floor. And then we wonder, are we really all that free? See, it don't matter who you are, what color you are nowadays. Satan is behind all of this. He uses whoever he can to kill, steal, and destroy. And I wish us black people would wake up and understand what I'm saying in this video. Even though I don't even like using the term black people. We just accept anything that they have told us, but not me. I'm a little bit smarter than that. I know who I am and where I come from. I'm getting so sick of all this debating, this Africa, this you. Let me say this. Africa is not a country. It's a continent with many countries in it. South Africa is a country. So when we learn who we are, where we come from, see, you can't teach history without going to the Bible. I'm talking about Bible history now. Go back to Genesis, you'll learn who you are. But I didn't even mean to go there in this video, so y'all just forget that right there. And we can talk about that later on or something. I get so sick of all this debating and this Africa stuff. So with that being said, God bless you. God keep you. Let us learn from yesterday. Live for the day. Hope and pray for tomorrow. Peace.